Have you ever noticed how some individuals' music seem remarkably energetic at 80, while others feel exhausted and aged in their early 60s? So many of us glance at the calendar and assume that hitting a specific number means our finest days are behind us, feeling a quiet dread about losing our energy. Yet the reality is, true aging isn't dictated by the date on your birth certificate. It is shaped by how your mind and body engage with the world surrounding you. In this video, we will discuss 6 indicators that prove age truly doesn't matter. These aren't just empty motivational sayings, they are strong, scientifically observed markers of psychological and biological youth that researchers have discovered in the most lively seniors. By the time this video ends, you will know exactly what these signs are and how you can cultivate them within yourself to remain resilient and full of energy. Stick with us until the conclusion, because you might already have the most important sign without realizing its incredible music worth. Once you recognize these signs, you will gain a clear understanding of where your real vitality lies and what small changes can entirely transform how you experience the year's music ahead. Now, let's dive in. Number 1, your openness to new routines. One of the clearest signs that your age is merely a number is how willingly you adjust to new routines. As time passes, it's very easy to fall into a strict, never-changing daily schedule. If you catch yourself resisting new approaches, please know this isn't a character flaw. It's simply your brain trying to save energy by depending on familiar, well-used neural pathways. Still, the capacity to welcome small changes music is a deep sign of neuroplasticity and cognitive youth. Consider 2 men, Arthur and Thomas, both 72. Arthur has followed the exact same routine for 2 decades and gets upset if his favorite grocery store moves its aisles. His rigid schedule creates needless stress when the unpredictable world shifts. Thomas meets changes with curiosity. When his local bank switched to a new online system, he patiently learned it, even though it felt awkward initially. While Arthur constantly fights against the current of modern life, Thomas is music, keeping his brain actively engaged in forming fresh neural connections. This flexibility is a strong biological signal that your mind remains young and capable of growth. The great news is that adaptability is a muscle. Music, you can strengthen it at any stage of life. Simply taking a different walking path, trying a new recipe, or learning an unfamiliar feature on your phone can send a wake-up call to your brain. These moments of novelty stimulate essential brain chemicals that help ward off cognitive decline. Music, when you decide to be adaptable, you are telling your body that you are still an active participant in this world. It's a beautiful statement that you're not finished exploring, so take a gentle look at your own habits today. Embracing a bit of newness might just be the secret to keeping your mind remarkably sharp and resilient. Number 2, your spinal alignment and posture. The second sign that reveals your true inner youth is the alignment of your spine and your everyday posture. When we imagine an elderly person, we often picture someone with rounded shoulders and a downward gaze. If you've noticed yourself slouching more often or feeling a heaviness in your upper back, don't feel ashamed or blame yourself for bad habits. This physical shift is a very natural result of gravity acting on your body over decades. Music combined with a gradual drop in core muscle density. Your body is simply seeking a resting position that requires the least muscular effort. However, keeping an upright, open posture is one of the most accurate biological markers of physical resilience and longevity. When your spine is aligned, your lungs can expand fully, your digestive organs' music have the space they need to work optimally, and your brain receives a steady, rich supply of oxygen. Think about two women, Martha and Betty, both 75. Martha walks with her chest open and head held high, looking straight at the horizon. Her posture lets her breathe deeply, which naturally keeps her heart rate steady and her mind alert all day. Betty, however, has let her shoulders roll forward over the years, creating a permanent curve in her upper back. Because music, her chest is compressed. She takes shallow breaths, quietly signaling to her nervous system that she is in a state of mild stress. Music, while Martha's upright stance projects confidence and youthfulness, Betty's rounded posture makes her feel tired and physically music smaller. Your spine is the central highway of your nervous system, and when it's compressed, communication between your brain and body slows down. The beautiful truth is that your posture isn't a life sentence. You can actively reverse gravity's effects and invite incredible energy back into your body, music, by practicing gentle, mindful alignment. You don't need to endure grueling workouts to achieve this. Simple daily adjustments can make a profound difference. Try standing against a wall for just 1 minute a day, letting your shoulders and the back of your head touch the surface, or imagine a gentle string pulling the crown of your head toward the sky as you sit and read. These small, conscious movements strengthen the deep postural muscles that support your spine. When you choose to stand tall, you are literally opening your heart to the world and giving your internal organs freedom to work flawlessly. You are sending a biological message to your cells that you are strong, capable, and ready to engage with life. This upright position naturally boosts your self-esteem music and changes how you feel about yourself, proving that vitality has nothing to do with your birth year. By nurturing your spine, you are protecting your independence and building a physical foundation that will carry you gracefully through the coming decades. Take a moment right now to gently roll your shoulders back and take a deep, full breath. Notice how much lighter and more energized you feel in just a few seconds. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Music, your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's continue. Number 3, your curiosity and desire to learn. The third remarkable sign that age simply doesn't matter is an unrelenting sense of curiosity and a genuine desire to keep learning. As we move through our 60s and 70s, society often subtly tells us it's time to sit back, disengage, and leave learning to younger generations. If you've found yourself losing interest in new hobbies or feeling like you already know enough about the world, please understand this is a completely normal reaction to a culture that doesn't always value senior wisdom. Your brain might feel like it has absorbed a lifetime of information, and the urge to simply rest is a natural biological response to decades of hard work. However, the presence of active curiosity is the ultimate hallmark of a youthful music spirit and a thriving, resilient brain. When you learn something new, whether a foreign language, a new gardening technique, or the history of a distant country, your brain literally builds new synaptic connections, music regardless of your chronological age. Consider two men, Charles and Richard, both 78. Charles spends most of his days sitting in his favorite recliner, watching the exact same TV programs he has watched for years. He believes his learning days are completely behind him, and as a result, music, his daily conversations have become repetitive, and his memory has begun to soften. Richard, on the other hand, recently decided to learn to play the piano, something he had always dreamed of music but never had time for. He struggles with the sheet music, and his fingers aren't always as fast as he'd like, but his eyes light up when he talks music about his progress. While Charles's world is slowly shrinking, Richard's world is expanding, filling his days with purpose and mental stimulation. This active engagement with new information is a protective shield against dementia and cognitive decline. The wonderful reality is that curiosity doesn't require a university degree or an expensive course. It simply requires a willingness to ask questions and explore the unknown. You can start by reading a book on a subject you've never explored, visiting a local museum, or even just asking a friend to teach you a card game you've never played. When you spark your curiosity, you awaken a youthful energy that makes every single day feel vibrant and full of potential. It shifts your focus away from the past and anchors you firmly in the exciting possibilities of the present moment. Your brain is a magnificent, highly adaptable organ that craves novelty and challenges, and it is fully capable of astonishing growth at any age. By choosing to remain a student of life, you are rejecting the false narrative music that aging is a period of decline. Instead, you are embracing aging as a beautiful, ongoing journey of discovery. You are proving that wisdom isn't just about what you already know. It's about how open you are to what you have yet to learn. Take a moment to think about one topic you have always found fascinating but never pursued. Giving yourself permission to explore that interest is one of the most loving and powerful things you can do for your mental health and overall longevity. Your capacity for wonder is completely timeless, and keeping that spark alive is the true secret music to remaining forever young at heart. Number 4, your emotional recovery rate after setbacks. The fourth compelling sign that you possess a timeless vitality is your emotional recovery rate music after experiencing disappointments or setbacks. Life is inevitably filled with unexpected music challenges, and as we age, we often face profound changes like the loss of loved ones, shifts in physical health, or transitions in living situations. If you have found yourself holding on to grief, frustration, or anger longer than you used to, please don't judge yourself harshly. Music, as we accumulate decades of memories and experiences, the emotional weight we carry naturally becomes heavier. Your nervous system is simply trying to process complex layers of feeling. Music and a slower emotional processing time is a very normal part of the human experience. However, the ability to acknowledge a setback, feel the pain, and then gently guide yourself back to a state of peace is an incredibly powerful indicator of psychological youth. True resilience isn't about pretending everything is fine or burying your sadness. It's about your emotional elasticity, your capacity to bend under the weight of a storm without completely breaking. Think about two women, Susan and Patricia, both 74. Last year, both women experienced a minor music health scare that required them to cancel a highly anticipated vacation. Susan was devastated and let the disappointment completely take over her life. She spent months complaining about her bad luck, isolating herself from friends, and dwelling on the unfairness, letting the setback define music her entire year. Patricia was also deeply disappointed and allowed herself a few days to feel genuinely sad about the missed trip. But after processing her feelings, she shifted her focus. She organized a beautiful staycation in her own hometown. Music invited friends over for small dinners, and started planning a new trip for the following year. While Susan remained trapped in a cycle of stress and bitterness, which negatively impacted her immune system, Patricia used her emotional flexibility to find joy in a new reality. Her quick emotional recovery rate protected her physical health and allowed her to continue enjoying her daily life. The incredibly uplifting truth is that emotional resilience is a skill you can cultivate every single day. You can improve your recovery rate by practicing mindful self-compassion and intentionally focusing on the things you can still control. When a setback occurs, Try talking to yourself with the same gentle kindness you would offer a dear friend. By consciously choosing to let go of resentment and looking for the silver lining, you are signaling to your body that the threat has passed. This allows your nervous system to return to a state of restful balance, which is essential for your longevity and physical well-being. Music, your emotional agility, is a beautiful testament to your inner strength and seasoned wisdom. It shows that you have learned how to ride the waves of life rather than fighting against them. By nurturing your ability to bounce back, you are guaranteeing that no matter what challenges come your way, you will always find your way back to happiness and peace. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know music you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's continue. Number 5, your ability to find humor in daily life. The 5th undeniable sign that your age is entirely irrelevant is your ability to find genuine humor in the unpredictable and often messy moments of daily life. As we grow older, the sheer accumulation of responsibilities, health concerns, and societal expectations can sometimes make life feel incredibly serious and heavy. If you've noticed that you don't laugh as easily as you did in your younger years, or if you find yourself easily irritated by minor inconveniences, please know that this isn't a sign of a fading personality. It's simply a reflection of the heavy mental load you have been carrying for decades. Music, your brain has been trained to focus on solving problems and avoiding danger, which can temporarily overshadow your natural sense of joy. However, the capacity to laugh at yourself and the absurdities of life is a profound indicator of cognitive flexibility and music's deep emotional youth. Laughter isn't just an emotional response. It's a powerful biological mechanism that lowers cortisol levels, reduces systemic inflammation, and triggers the release of endorphins, your body's natural painkillers. Consider 2 men, Robert and Kenneth, both 80. One afternoon, both men accidentally spilled a cup of coffee all over their freshly laundered shirts just minutes before they were supposed to leave the house. Robert immediately became furious, cursing his own clumsiness and letting the minor accident ruin his entire music day. His blood pressure spiked, and his tense mood alienated his family for the rest of the evening. Kenneth, facing the exact same situation, looked down at his stained shirt, chuckled out loud, and said the coffee color actually matched his eyes. He calmly changed his shirt and left the house music with a smile, completely unaffected by the small mishap. While Robert's rigid perfectionism, music caused unnecessary physical and emotional stress, Kenneth's ability to find humor in his mistake protected his heart and kept his spirit remarkably light. This light-hearted approach to life is a massive predictor of longevity because it prevents daily stresses from accumulating and damaging your immune system. The beautiful news is that you can actively invite more humor into your life. You don't need to be a comedian or force yourself to be happy all the time. Simply choosing to consume uplifting entertainment, spending time with friends who make you smile, or learning to gently laugh at your own forgetfulness can completely shift your internal chemistry. When you stop taking every single detail of your life so seriously, you lift an invisible weight off your shoulders. You give yourself the beautiful gift of grace. Laughter keeps your perspective fresh and reminds you that no matter what physical changes you are experiencing, your spirit remains completely untouched by time. By finding the humor in your daily journey, you are proving that joy isn't reserved for the young. It's the magnificent reward of a life well lived. So today, try to look for the silly, the absurd, and the light-hearted moments hidden in your routine. Your ability to smile through the chaos is the truest sign of an eternally youthful heart. Number 6, your sense of purpose when you wake up. The sixth and perhaps most profound sign that age simply does not matter is having music, a clear, motivating sense of purpose when you wake up each morning. In our society, a person's purpose is often heavily tied to their career or their role in raising a family. Music, when we retire or when our children leave home, it's incredibly common to experience a deep, quiet sense of loss regarding our identity, music, and our daily motivation. If you have been waking up feeling adrift or unsure of how to fill your hours, please understand that this is a completely natural transitional phase. It doesn't mean your life has lost its meaning. It simply means you are in the beautiful, sometimes challenging space between chapters, waiting to discover what comes next. However, finding and nurturing a new sense of purpose music is the ultimate driving force behind a long, vibrant, and healthy life. Researchers have consistently found that older adults who have a reason to get out of bed in the morning experience lower rates of heart disease, better cognitive function, and a much stronger immune system than those who feel aimless. Think about two women, Eleanor and Margaret, both 77. Eleanor wakes up every day without a plan. She spends her hours passively watching television, waiting for the day to end, and feeling a deep sense of isolation. Because she doesn't feel needed or engaged, her physical energy has steadily declined, and she often feels achy and fatigued. Margaret, on the other hand, wakes up with a gentle excitement because she has volunteered to read to children at the local library 2 mornings a week. Music, and she spends her other days tending to a community garden. Her tasks aren't grand or exhausting, but they give her a profound sense of structure and connection. While Eleanor's lack of purpose is quietly accelerating her aging process, Margaret's daily mission keeps her mind sharp, her body active, and her spirit incredibly resilient. Her sense of purpose acts as an internal compass, guiding her through the days with joy and meaning. The most empowering truth about your purpose is that it doesn't need to be massive or world-changing to be music effective. Your purpose can be as simple as nurturing your houseplants, writing down your life stories for your grandchildren, adopting a senior pet who needs your love, or making a point to call a lonely friend every afternoon. The key is simply finding an activity that connects you to the world outside yourself and brings a gentle smile to your face. When you live with intention, you are sending a powerful biological signal to your body that you are still needed, still valuable, and still deeply engaged in the tapestry of life. You are refusing to let a number define your usefulness, music, or your capacity for joy. Take a quiet moment to ask yourself what small activity makes your heart feel light and engaged. Nurturing that activity is the greatest investment you can make in your own longevity. You have a lifetime of wisdom, compassion, and experience to offer, and the world still needs your unique light just as much as it ever did. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you subscribe and turn on the bell music so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move to the final thoughts. As we bring our journey to a close today, I want you to take a slow, comforting breath and gently reflect on the 6 beautiful signs we have just explored together. We have discussed the vital importance of your adaptability to new routines, the physical alignment of your spine, your endless curiosity, music, your emotional recovery rate, your ability to find humor in the chaos, and your deeply personal sense of purpose. If you recognize several of these signs within yourself, take a moment to celebrate the incredible resilience and vitality that is thriving inside you right now. But if you realize that you have been struggling in a few of these areas, please don't allow a single ounce of guilt or self-criticism to enter your mind. Music, the challenges you face as you age, are absolutely not a sign of failure or a reason to give up hope. Your body and mind have carried you through decades of remarkable experiences, heartbreaks, and triumphs, and they are simply adapting to a new rhythm of life. The most breathtaking truth you can embrace today is that your biological age, truly music, does not dictate your future. You are not a passive observer in the aging process. You are an active, powerful participant with the complete ability to reshape your daily experience. You possess an immense reservoir of wisdom, and you have the power to make small, compassionate adjustments that will profoundly enhance the quality of your remaining years. Whether you choose to try a new hobby tomorrow, practice standing a little taller, look for a reason to laugh, or discover a new quiet purpose, every single step you take music is a glorious declaration of self-love. You are intentionally choosing to invest in your own joy, your own dignity, music, and your own vibrant independence. True longevity isn't merely about extending the amount of time you spend on this earth. It's about ensuring that the time you have is rich with energy, connection, and peace of mind. When you free yourself from the rigid expectations of what it means to be a certain age, you open up an expansive space to truly enjoy the things that matter most. You gain the energetic freedom to play with your grandchildren, to explore your neighborhood, to share your stories, and to wake up every morning feeling genuinely glad to be alive. Your future isn't a predetermined path of decline, and your current struggles don't have to be your permanent reality. By listening to the quiet, brilliant signals your body and mind are sending you, and responding with gentle kindness, you are laying an unshakable foundation for a comfortable, fulfilling, and beautifully energetic life. Never forget that your journey is entirely your own, and you have every right to seek out joy, comfort, and growth in every single day, no matter what the calendar says. I encourage you to pick just one small insight we discussed today, and gently weave it into your life tomorrow. Trust that your body and spirit will respond with immense gratitude and renewed music strength. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.